Hello, my name is Jim Farrell, and I am an associate professor of school administration here at Northeastern State University. And we appreciate your interest in our program, and we'd like to take just a few minutes to walk through some basic information about our school administration degrees and certification. So we offer basically three routes to getting certified as an administrator. We offer a Master of Education in School Administration degree, which is a 36-hour degree. It is typically 2.5 to 3.5 years to complete. If you already have a master's degree, we offer a principal certification. That is an 8-course program or 24 hours, and it typically takes 4 semesters to complete. That's 2 courses each semester. And then finally, if you are a certified principal and want to become a superintendent, our superintendent certification program is a 12-hour program. It runs fall to spring, and we have 2 classes in the fall and 2 in the spring. So let's take a look at each of these just a little bit closer. First of all, for the degree itself, the Master in Education in School Administration, the minimum requirements are that you have a 3.0 undergraduate GPA, or that if it's not a 3.0, that your last 60 hours are at least a 3.25. If either of these are not met, we do have an alternative route where we just check your first 12 hours as you take courses, and you must maintain at least a 3.5 in your first 12 hours, and we'll monitor that. Another requirement is you must be eligible for a teaching license if not currently licensed in Oklahoma or another state. We will help you, direct you to the right people if you need to work toward alternative certification for teaching, but you must be eligible at a minimum to be a teacher in Oklahoma before you can enter into the school administration program. 3 letters of recommendation. These letters can come from anybody. They don't have to be from an administrator. And then finally, there will be a place for you to upload about a page and a half thought on your careers and goal statement. Why do you want this degree? What are your short-term, long-term goals, that kind of thing. This gives us an idea of a little bit about who you are and what your interests are in getting the degree. Most people are practicing teachers, and they are working toward becoming a school principal at some point in their career, but not everybody, and so that's why we like to look at this. Classes for the Master in Education for School Administration begin in all semesters, either fall, spring, or the summer. Your principal certification, this is the alternative certification, and the requirements here are that you have an earned master's degree from an accredited college or university. It does not have to be in school administration. It can be any earned master's degree, and that you have 2 years of leadership experience. And we can talk about that because the state does not really define that very detailed. These classes also begin in either fall, spring, or summer. There is one note here that if you do have a master's degree already and you enter the principal certification program, you are able to sit for the test, and upon passing the test, you can get a provisional license that is good for 3 years and is non-renewable. And simply you just must finish the program within those 3 years, and your provisional will change to a permanent license for school administrator. As of the fall of 2021, all Oklahoma school administrators are now being certified as K through 12. So there's no more any elementary principal or secondary principal. It is just a principal. And then finally, the superintendent certification. This is requirements are an earned master's degree from an accredited college or university and a principal certification. And obviously the principal certification means that you are a certified teacher or eligible for that as well. This program does have a little bit different start date. It only runs fall to spring, and similar to the principal certification, upon passing the test, you can apply for your provisional superintendent certification. This is good for 3 years, and it is non-renewable. You just must finish the program within 3 years. But again, this is only 4 classes or 12 hours in the runs fall to spring. Just a little bit about our program approach. First of all, we use a field-based approach. You will often be asked to look at your site and your district and compare what is happening to best practices. And then once that happens, you'll be asked to reflect upon what's working well and where you see barriers that are preventing best practices from occurring and how you may overcome them as a leader, whether you're a building leader, principal, or a district leader, superintendent. So we will ask you to look at your site, your district, and reflect upon quite a bit of what you see happening. That's our field-based approach. Our goal in this program, whether it is the principal or the superintendent program, is to build you as an instructional leader. We want you to be able to walk into a building or a district and know how to access the correct data and identify learning problems that are occurring, and then develop strategies to conquer the challenges that you've identified that are barriers to student learning. And ultimately, we want to improve student learning. A little bit more about our program. All of our faculty have terminal degrees and experience as either a building assistant principal, or superintendent, assistant superintendent, superintendent, including all of our adjunct faculty. So in other words, all of our faculty have their doctorates and have experience as either building administrators or district administrators. All of our courses are 100% online. Most of our courses are asynchronous, meaning that they will just open up on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, and you will interact with the content and reach out to your professor as necessary. The courses currently that we have that do require synchronous meetings are our principal internship courses, and they meet on Wednesday evenings, and you will get a list of those dates at the beginning of your Internship 1 and Internship 2 courses. They do not meet every Wednesday, so you'll get a list of the Wednesdays when they do meet. Currently, the cost for a program at NSU as of the spring of 2022 semester, the typical cost for a graduate course through the College of Education at Northeastern State University is about $1,000 per course. So about half the courses require a textbook. The other half we are providing resources for you. And so the breakdown for the three different areas is as follows. For the degree itself, you're looking at about $12,000 to $12,500. For the principal certification, you're looking at about $8,000 to $8,300, and the superintendent certification about $4,000 to $4,200. The master's degree itself qualifies you for financial aid. The principal certification and the superintendent certification do not qualify for financial aid because legally they are not degree-seeking programs, and that is a definition used by the federal government to disseminate financial aid. So if you are in need of financial aid, if you are Native American, we obviously would encourage you to reach out to your tribe. Otherwise, it would require you to get the master's degree for your principal certification, the alternative route. And then finally, the faculty. So here are our full-time faculty and their contact information. Dr. Ron Cambiano, longtime faculty member in the school administration program, former superintendent, and he runs our superintendent program. Myself, Jim Farrell, former principal, and work with the others to run the principal program. Dr. Barbara Jones, early childhood elementary principal, and Dr. Paula Shornick, secondary principal in her previous life. And Dr. Shornick runs our principal internship courses. So most of your courses would most likely be taught by myself and Dr. Jones. And then we have a few adjuncts that we reach out to on a regular basis for their expertise. And you would meet them along the way. So we look forward to working with you. Please note these phone numbers. There is my email address and my direct phone number, 918-894-5939. And thank you again for your interest. and we look forward to hearing from you.